Hey everyone, what is up? It's Casper back at it again with another video about the Bat family games that we all want to see in the Arkham universe. Now I've already talked about Nightwing, Red Hood, and even Batman Beyond in previous videos, but today we're diving deep into the Batgirl game of our dreams, so grab a snack, settle in, and let's get into it. Make sure to check out those other videos after this one and subscribe if you like these types of videos. I'd love to hear what other DC heroes deserve their own game, so comment your choices down below. Alright, so picture this, you're chilling at home, controller in hand, ready to dive into a brand new M-rated Batgirl game set in the Arkham universe. I can already hear some of you going, but wait, didn't we get Batgirl in Gotham Knights? Sure we did, but let's be real, that was more like Batgirl Light. I'm talking about a game that puts Barbara Gordon front and center. No sharing the spotlight, this is her story, her Gotham, and her fight. Before we get into gameplay mechanics and all of that fun stuff, let's talk story. I'm going to title this Batgirl Arkham Angel, and I'll talk about why that's important in a minute. Alright, so picture this. The game opens with Barbara Gordon and Tim Drake's wedding. It's beautiful, it's perfect, Alfred's definitely crying in the background, and then bam, we cut to Barbara alone in the clock tower, and Tim, he's gone, missing, vanished without a trace, like they set up in the Suicide Squad game. Now here's where it gets interesting. Barbara decides that she is the only one who can find him. But here's the catch, she needs her legs back. I'm talking high-tech, cutting-edge prosthetics. Obviously, this is one of the biggest challenges that we're going to face. So we're either going to need Cyborg to come in from like the Teen Titans, or maybe some Bruce Wayne prototypes that Bruce was working on before he passed away. Whatever it is, it has to be badass. Because let's face it, if this is a Batgirl game, we need her legs back. Meanwhile, the other Bat family members have decided to move on from Gotham and go handle their other cities such as Bloodhaven with Nightwing. Meanwhile, Gotham's got a new problem, a mystery serial killer with Joker type of MO, but we know it's not him obviously. We're talking dismembered body parts scattered across the city, dark stuff people. Nightwing offers to help Barbara, but Babs insists that he stay in Bloodhaven. This is her fight, she is taking over Gotham. Things start to take a dark turn when she visits her dad's gravestone, who has now passed away in this story. When she arrives, she finds the gravestone smashed and gets a horrible gut feeling and rushes to Arkham Asylum. But when she gets there, she finds the cell empty that she has been looking for. Cue the dramatic music, folks, because this is where we go down the rabbit hole. This is where it starts to get really good. We flash back 2 months. Robin is on a solo mission, so now you get to play as Robin for part of the story. Barbara is off hanging with the Titans and doing stuff over in Jump City. He's in detective mode, uncovering clues about these serial crimes, but before he can crack the case, bam, a jump scare. Lights out for our boy Wonder. So what happened to Tim? Well, we jump back to the present. Barbara is in tears, finding a note in the empty cell. It leads her to her childhood home. Can you feel the tension building? Because I sure can. She heads to the basement, and what does she find? Tim, covered in blood, looking like a twisted version of Jason Todd. There's water all over the ground, the walls are plastered with their wedding photos and Bat family newspaper clippings, and here's the kicker, blood writing from obviously Tim's body on the walls, writing perfect, hero, love. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills just thinking about this. But wait, there's more. A voice from the shadows. "Hello, Barbara," says the person. And who steps out? But James Gordon Jr., Barbara's psycho brother. Now, if you guys do not know, James Gordon Jr. is one of the most psychopathic characters in DC, and more specifically Batgirl's comic books. I wish I could show some of the most insane things he has done in the books, but YouTube would easily demonetize me. This guy is almost on Joker level with how demented he is, and this is the perfect villain to set up this psychological thriller of the story in this game. He's the perfect villain for Barbara. Barbara is shocked, but she knew in her gut that this is who she's been chasing all along. He flips a switch, electrifying the water that has been underneath Tim's body the whole time, frying not only Tim, but Barbara's legs. Now that crutch, pun intended, that you have been leaning on the entire game, you do not have in this final boss fight. James spills the beans about his backstory, how the Gordon family left him to rot in Arkham Asylum after his serial killer tendencies as a kid, but Barbara isn't going down without a fight. She grapples him down the stairs and they're brawling in the basement, uncovering evidence of other victims, Joker makeup, the whole 9 yards. Everything is coming together. The fight gets intense with James switching gears and instead of trying to kill Barbara, starts to attack Tim. Barbara realizes that she can't save them both in this moment. And just when all hope seems lost, who bursts in? Dick Grayson. Ladies and gentlemen, Nightwing is to the rescue. Dick beats up James to the point where he is unconscious, looking brutalized, and they lock him up, but the damage is already done. The Bat family is shaken to its core. That's just the quick little story that I would want as the main plot for the game, but let's move on to gadgets and tech. Now, let's get into some of the nitty-gritty gameplay stuff. First off, we have gadgets. We need some next level tech that only Barbara could come up with. I'm talking high-tech batarangs that you can steer mid-fight, or a grappling hook that doubles as an electrified whip, or maybe a drone that can scout locations or mark enemies. The key is to make these gadgets feel uniquely to Batgirl, a mix of bat tech and Barbara's own genius. As for the city itself, make Gotham a character. I want a living, breathing city that reacts to your actions. If you clear out a gang in one of the districts, maybe civilian NPCs start to return there, shops reopen. Fail to stop a crime wave, watch the streets empty out and graffiti covers the wall as it goes on. Give us a reason to care about this city beyond just swinging through it. I really liked how some of this was in Spider-Man 2 and the first one as well, and it'd be awesome to see this type of live gameplay stuff happening in Gotham City. And speaking of swinging, let's talk about traversal. With those enhanced legs that we talked about, Batgirl's movement could be insane. Maybe even being able to wall run a little bit or making really high jumps. Maybe some sort of glide ability, but why stop there? What if we could use Gotham's subway system for fast travel or call the Bat Cycle for some high-speed chases? The goal is to make just moving through the city as fun as the combat, because let's face it, a lot of the fans for Spider-Man PlayStation love just swinging through the city. So being able to traverse through the city and have that be just as fun is extremely important. Of course, we can't forget about the other Bat family members. Now, I know I've talked about games for these characters before, but hear me out. What if they had cameo appearances that actually affected the story? Like I said, with Nightwing popping in from Bloodhaven with crucial info to the story, or like I said, with a flashback mission as Robin, where you get to play as this character, or Cyborg helping create these bionic legs for Barbara, maybe even a secret unlockable mission where you get to play as Cassandra Cain. Show us the family dynamics, the trust issues, the whole package, but always keep the focus on Barbara. This is her game after all. Alright, let's get to the skins that I would want for this game. I have about 14 of them plus a secret skin that you guys always know what I'm going to pick, so let's get into it. I'll be really quick with this. First off, we have the first appearance Batgirl. It's classic, got to include it. We also need the 60s show, what an icon, and make sure we get that sick ass bike as well as a customizable. Next up, we need the Burnside suit. I personally love this outfit. I know it has its haters, but personally, I think it's fashionable, I think it's modern, and I think it's cool. Next up, we got the new 52 suit. I love this costume. I love when she has the golden or yellow gloves as well. It's super clean. I love it. Next up, we got the White Knight suit. I love this one. I love the ears poking out of her hair. I love the blue cape with the yellow. It just looks so cool. And again, we're gonna need this motorcycle as a customizable. Next up, we've got the Bombshell Halloween Vampire version. This did not show up a lot, but y'all just tell me that I'm wrong, okay? This needs to be in the game if it happens. Next up, we have the regular Bombshells version. This was like one of the first comic books that I read when they announced like their new mobile app, and I loved it. I love the costume. It's super funny and it fits the character really well. Next up, Injustice Gods Among Us. I love this outfit for Batgirl. I love that her chest emblem goes up to the shoulders, similar to Nightwing. It was a lot of fun when this character dropped on Injustice. Super fun DLC. Add the skin, please. Next up, we got the Batman animated series. This is the New Adventures skin because I personally just like this version more. Next up, a Jokerized Batgirl suit. This would be super messed up, quite scary, but I think it could really work. It is really messed up, honestly. Next up, the Arkham Knight DLC suit. Now we're gonna need a brand new suit for Batgirl Arkham Angel. So we're gonna need the Arkham Knight DLC suit for, you know, a customizable. It's really clean. I love it. It's almost perfect. Next up, the Batman cartoon costume. I love this one. The big white eyes, almost looking like a Spider-Man character. Super cool. The purple, the bright purple, and she has like a dress almost, which is kind of unique to this character. Next up, the Young Justice look. This one has almost no yellow, just like the belt and the cape, but I think it looks really cool, and I love Young Justice anyway. Next up, we have a Barbie crossover skin. I just saw this and I thought that it would be super fun to add to the game. I mean, her name is Barbie, Batgirl, you know, it just Barbara, like it works. I think it works, and it's bright pink, it's hilarious, it makes no sense, it's super fun. And lastly, after you beat the intense story mode like I talked about, just like every other one of these games, I think there should be a Lego version of a skin after you beat the game, because that would be hilarious. It'd be perfect. You already beat the story mode, so it doesn't break anything for you. It's just for fun. So a Lego Batgirl is definitely necessary. This game would have it all: deep character development, intense action, mind-bending mysteries, and enough Easter eggs to keep a DC fan busy for months. It's not just the Batgirl game we deserve, it's the one we need right now. So what do you guys think? Would you play this Batgirl game? What features would you want to see? Maybe some multiplayer modes where a friend can drop in as Nightwing or Robin. Drop your ideas down below in the comments. And hey, if anyone from WB Games is watching and you want to get in contact, please contact me. Seriously, call me. I work for Batmerch. Alright, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this Batgirl game concept, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this talking about the superhero games that we all deserve to play, hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell. As always, have fun, be respectful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.